Hi, Mona the Mom Mentor here. I'm excited to talk to you today about being real with other moms. Now, this is an issue that we never know exactly who we can trust and who we can't trust, and then we share information. We kind of wish we hadn't shared that information, but it's too late. So, what I want to be able to talk to you today about is the actual meaning of being real. So, I was talking to my friend today, and she's a very, very good friend, and she taught me a new thing. She taught me about, her name is Susie Miller, and she is an expert coach and counselor in marriage and faith and just things that matter. So, anyways, this is what Susie taught me today. She taught me that transparency means seeing everything. If you're like thinking you're being real, but you're being transparent, and you think, oh, but I'm an open book. I'm transparent. Well, Susie said that transparency means seeing everything. Oops, but that might compromise the sacred that is meant for just a few, God and your husband. Being authentic is a little different. Authentic is being real. You're being truly who you are, which Susie says you're being honest about what really is going on. You're being really real and not like polished perfect. And I love the way Susie put that. To be really real and to be authentic. You see, we have lots of friends in our lives. We have lots of people that we know. And I like to equate this with the tabernacle that is in the Old Testament. Hi, Danya. I like to equate it with the Old Testament and the tabernacle that they had. Now, that tabernacle outside, wandering in the wilderness, was a place where they could truly be with one another and spend time with one another and worship God. And it was for everybody. All the Jews could go there. And so I like to take friendship and equate it to that tabernacle, a place where you can find out who you can be really, really real with and who you can be super authentic with and who you can be absolutely transparent with. All right. When we had the tabernacle, there was an outer court, there was an inner court, and then there was the most holy of holies. In that outer court, that's where everybody was. Like all the Jews went there. Like they took all of their stuff, and when it was time for sacrifices or holidays or whatever, that's where they would go. And everybody was in there. And they knew a lot of people in there. And that's kind of like friendships that you have. You know a lot of people. A lot of people know me. And I can say I know them. And you may know things about them. And you may even know about their family. You may know where they take vacation. Your Facebook friends would for sure be in there, because you know about them, and they're people that you like and know. And then there's the next is, that's the inner court, and then, the outer court, and then the inner court is where it was a little more secluded, and only the priests went in there. And that's where there were certain things in there, and we can talk about that another time. But equating that with our friendships is that's our few friends that they really do know us. They know the authentic us. They know when we've been misbehaving and yelling at our kids, and we can call them and say, I'm not having a good day. Can you help me? They're people that you can be really real with. You can be really real with them, and you can trust them with your heart because you know them. You know their character. You know that they love you. You know that they have a gracious, merciful spirit. If you have people that aren't merciful and aren't kind, then they kind of need to stay in that outer court. You can know them and you can like them, but you're not going to share the real, authentic you with them because it might not be a safe place. Now, there's a place where you can be fully transparent. You can be authentic, you can be real, but you can be truly transparent. And that, in our analogy for the Old Testament tabernacle, is the most holy of holies. And that's only only the most high priest could go in there. He's the only one that, like, everybody out in the outer court couldn't go in there. And like, not even all the high priests could go in there. And it was meant for just the very, very few that were allowed to go in there. And that, my friend, is the place that is sacred and should be saved for just the most tender people, where you are the closest. And I have to tell you that it is most likely just your husband and God. You may have a very, very, very close friend that you can share with, but to be fully transparent, I'd like to think that you could have your husband be that person. If it's your best friend and your husband's out in the middle, then maybe you need to kind of work on that. Figure those things out with him, because he really should be able to see you in the most open way that you can. So that transparency in that most holy of holies is a place where you lay it all out. And you're like, I am wounded, I am broken, and these are the places, and I don't have anything hidden from my husband or my God. And of course, not everybody's marriage is like that, and not everybody's friendships are like these. And sometimes we put people in places where maybe they shouldn't be, and we get hurt. But this might be a good analogy for you, and a little quick reminder that maybe we shouldn't just be totally transparent with the world on Facebook or in our friendships or the coffee shop or anywhere, but that we can be real and we can be authentically who we are by being really real and being honest about what's going on. All right, that's it. So that's the Mom Mentor for the moment, and I will see you next week. Really great talking to you, little mama. Bye.